Hey everybody, welcome to MJ Live. Today I have a special guest and this is Tonya Cross. Hey Tonya, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
It's good to have you. How was your day today?
I had a great day, and I'm excited about being here to meet your audience and share about my business with them.
Okay, awesome. You guys, if you're watching, please go ahead and share. Again, share to entrepreneur or small business groups. No, don't bother to share to music groups tonight because we're just going to be doing pure new businesses, entrepreneurs, and that kind of stuff. So, Tanya, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for our guests?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Tonya Cross. I am the accessory designer of Accented Glory. Also the workshop facilitator of my organization, Divine Events. And I merged my two passions of crafting and teaching through my brand. Now, my new marketing brand is still new, so that's why I'm just trying to get through it. But it's Strategypreneur. And with Strategypreneur, what I do, I show fellow women creators how to gain online brand visibility and convert their followers into customers. So that's what I do.
That's awesome.
A
Awesome.
lot of hats, a lot of hats.
You do wear a lot of hats, and actually, I want to explore each one of them. So let's first start with your accessories. Should we start with that?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, with Accented Glory, I launched Accented Glory in 2013. And initially, it was out of a need because I've always enjoyed wearing hair accessories. But once I chose to start wearing my hair natural back in 2000, I realized then that all hair accessories were not created equal and they weren't natural hair friendly. So I said, okay, since I've been making things by hand, let me just go ahead and create a design. Because I used to always wear my hair like in an Afro puff. And I was like, how can I wear this style and accent it at the same time? So one of my friends suggested, well, why don't you just make something? So I was like, okay, cool. So I made one, and that was my first design was the Afro puff holder. And then my girls, who are all natural, I had 3 daughters, and he was like, oh, Mom, that's cute. Can you make me one? So I made them one, and then other people started seeing us wear the designs, and they was like, oh, I like that. Can you make me one too? So it was just a snowball effect. And then next thing I knew, I had a brand.
Wow. So it actually came out of a need.
It really did come from a need.
Oh, I want to take a look at them. I haven't even had a look at them yet. I'm going to have to take a look. So let's actually tell people where they can actually go to for your accessory line.
Okay, my accessory line, you can purchase it Estes and Amazon, and you can just do Estes or Amazon and just type in Accented Glory, and it should pull up my shops.
It's called Accent Glory.
Accented Glory, ACCENTED Glory, GLORY.
Oh, you didn't put that on our contact slide, right?
No, I did because. Look, today I was wearing my coaching hat. So
oh, okay, all right. So we can focus on that. I'm gonna drop that in the chat room later.
Okay.
But how long have you been doing that then?
The coaching?
No. Before we move on to the coaching, the hair accessories.
Oh, I launched that in 2013. So this is year 7 for me. This is year 7 for me. So it's been a very interesting journey because initially it really was just a hobby. And then my husband had a sit down with me and he was like, look, either you're going to do this or you're going to do it. And I was like, sir, what do you mean? And he was like, this can no longer be an expensive hobby. Like, if you're going to do this, you need to be committed and be serious about it. And I'm glad he sat me down and had that conversation with me because once I committed to it and made a commitment to it, then everything just really took off.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. So it's been going for 7 years. And what would you say, before we move on, what would you say was the biggest lesson learned in that business?
Oh, the biggest lesson, because it's an online brand and an online business, initially I had no business or marketing experience. And I quickly realized if I'm going to be successful at this, I need to figure out this digital marketing world and how it works. And that was my biggest challenge, was figuring that out and navigating through that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you guys, the listening, takeaway, that's a good takeaway. If you're getting into selling online or commerce online, you also need to have the marketing knowledge, the digital marketing knowledge, because it's a different arena, you know? So that's a great lesson to learn, Tonya. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's move on then to the coaching side of things. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go a little bit deeper into that. How did you start that, and why?
Okay, everything really stems from my brand, Accent and Glory. The reason how I started coaching, organic as well. I had a lot of friends who, because I launched my brand, I was like 43 when I launched my brand. So I had a lot of other friends that were pursuing their passions later in life as well. And they weren't tech savvy, because I'm definitely not tech savvy. So I'm so glad I met you. Because you helped me navigate through that techie stuff. But anyway, and they weren't tech savvy either. And so they kept asking me questions where, how are you doing this? And how are you doing that? And so, and I was sharing that with my oldest daughter, and she was like, Mom, why don't you just put all your friends, because it was like 10 of us, why don't you just put all your friends in a Facebook group and just share one time? Just share the information one time. So that way you won't have to keep repeating yourself and telling the same thing over and over again. Of course, at that time, I had no idea what a Facebook group was.
How long ago was that?
Oh man, that was in like 2015, I think. Yeah, that was like 2015. Yeah.
Okay.
So she was like, put them all in a group and just tell them once. I said, okay. So that's what I did. I created this Facebook group and told them one time. So basically, with the Facebook group, I started chronicling my marketing process, like how I market my brand with them. And I was like, look, guys, this is what I'm doing this week. If you want to join me. We can do this together. So that's how that all started. I created the group initially. And then once I created the group and they saw that I was having success with the strategies that I was using, oh, do you offer coaching services? No, I never considered.
That's amazing.
I never considered offering coaching service. Well, can you help me with this? Well, can you help me with that? So everything really, truly has been organic. It really has.
That's awesome. 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 All right, then. Can you give us an example of how you're coaching your clients? You know, other than the fact that it's just marketing, could you just give us a little bit more in depth?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, what I do, I help them, because I realized this for myself. You got to have a plan and you got to have a strategy. Because you just can't. Initially, I was like this, so I knew it wasn't effective. I was just free willy out there. I'm gonna post here. I'm gonna post there. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then I just felt like I was just running in circles and I wasn't really accomplishing anything.
Right.
And then I said, okay, I got to figure out a strategy. I got to establish a plan of how I'm going to target my specific audience. And so once I figured out what that looks like, and then I started showing other people how to do that. And the first thing you have to do, and it's very important, I know people get tired of hearing this, but you got to figure out who your customer is. Who your customer is. And then once you figure it out, your customer shifts. So it's an ongoing process of knowing who your customer is and identifying who they are. Because what I've noticed is that my customer base has kind of aged with me as well. So our needs are shifting and our needs are different. So how I provide and meet their needs shifts and changes as well.
I love that. I love that the way how your both of your businesses are just organic. So people are actually coming to you first before you decide what you're going to give them. And because that's almost like you've already identified your target audience because they just come to you.
Right.
Naturally.
Right. And then I guess because too, in addition to that, I have over the years established a network within the different communities that I'm a part of. So people are like, okay, I know if she doesn't know herself, she knows somebody who does.
Right,
Or somebody who can help me, or
Yeah.
somebody who can assist me. So she'll refer me to somebody else. So I've kind of become this community plug,
Go to.
community connector, so I have this connection and rapport and networks, which I love. I love my networks. So now all my video people who need help with video, I send them to you.
Oh yes, definitely. And for those who don't know, or if you haven't already picked it up, Tonya is already one of my students with one of my.
Yes, I love your platform. It's so easy. Like I already shared, I'm already technology challenged anyway.
And I appreciate the fact that, as soon as we met, even before you took a look at what I do, we just connected like that.
Yeah, we did. We really did.
I thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for providing that service, because it's definitely an audience out there that needs what you provide.
I need to kind of dial right into that. That's where I'm still working on dialing right into those people who need that. Those who need it and are prepared to do something about it. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm tech challenged," or "I'm not techie," but they don't want to do anything about it. So. All right.
Or they ask, "Can you do it for me?" So that's something to consider as well.
True. You do that too.
Yeah.
Would you like to be more tech savvy? Create your own compelling graphics, sales pages, and marketing tools? Would you like to effectively use social media to generate more leads? If the answer is yes, register for one or all of the 8-module digital marketing series. You will feel comfortable in a judge-free, nurturing environment as we get the work done. My name is Melissa Jane, and I am your tech trainer.
Purchasing a home is a process. First, determine how much you can afford. If children are a concern, investigate the school system. Research neighborhoods and local amenities. Find a home with the features you desire. Analyze comparable sales. Make an offer, negotiating terms of purchase, including repairs and concessions. It pays to work with a realtor. Not just any realtor. It pays to work with me.
All right. So what else do we have? What else do you want to tell us, our audience, about today? Other than we've talked about your Etsy shop, we've talked about your coaching. What else?
Okay. Well, my organization, through my organization, Divine Events, what I do, I host online and in person, but we're primarily just online now because of the pandemic and everything. But I host events, personal development and small business workshops. And through those events, what I do, I help people, during the pandemic, I've really been helping people figure out how to pivot and how to still be successful even during this season and this time. And one of the most recent workshops I did was getting over the hump. And in that workshop, I help the people who participate in the workshop figure out, how can I pivot? How can I be successful even in this time in this season? Because it was still possible. But like you said, it's just people have to be willing to shift and make that change. And everybody know they need to shift and make a change, but everybody's not willing to do that. So
Right.
yeah.
So do you have anything coming up as far as workshops, online workshops?
No, I don't have any online workshops coming up because I was thinking about that too. Matter of fact, I was thinking like this week, you know what? I probably need to do something to kick off at the beginning of the year to
Right.
get people on track and say, okay, yes, 2020 was this, but okay, 2021 is a new opportunity, a new chance, a fresh start. Let's start over. So I'm definitely considering that.
Yeah. And so you've been doing that for a while. How long have you been doing that?
Okay, now that I've been doing that, oh my goodness, that's been, oh my gosh, time go by fast. That's been 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yes, because initially it was primarily in person
Of course.
events, and then once I started grasping social media and what that was and what that looks like, I was able to make those in-person events into hybrid events. So I would do both in person and online, so other people would be able to join and participate. But once again, it really started with my brand Accent and Glory, because I also have a natural hair group with them, and a lot of our group members aren't local. And because they aren't local, they still wanted to participate. So I was like, okay, Tonya, how can you serve your whole group and not just a certain segment of your group? So that's when I figured out how I could host hybrid events. So it would be both in person and online, so everybody could participate.
That's wonderful. I started events last year when, of course, there was no COVID, and I was able to do 2 events. And then this year I had all sorts of things planned, and then of course COVID hit. I'm gonna do an online event early next year as well.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. What about Zoom? You got any Zoom?
Yeah, I've got it.
You do? Okay, good.
I've got a Zoom training as well.
Okay, because I need to figure out how to optimize Zoom.
Yes.
Because I purchased Zoom this year. So I have a pro account, and I was like, you know what, Tonya, you need to figure out how to optimize and maximize this.
Absolutely.
To your advantage. Yeah.
Because they have such good features on there that like the breakout rooms, you know,
Yeah. Okay.
they have to broadcast to multiple different platforms. So it's pretty good. And I'm sure that you've been in Zoom meetings and there's a lot of stuff.
Yes, I've been in a lot.
How can so it's pretty good. I taught that one too. So yeah,
Okay,
I put my membership together. I try to tackle all of the things that are like now that people need now.
Right.
So, for example, the Zoom, the StreamYard, the email marketing, which I'm doing tonight, the Facebook, Instagram, all of the general ones. I mean, I haven't touched everything, but for the most part, the ones that are sort of, I guess, the most popular ones.
Right. And all the ones you name are very imperative right now.
Yeah,
you definitely need it to be successful.
Each let's say each month or 2 weeks, I add something new to the pot. So you just, like you say, it's an ongoing thing. You just continue to develop depending on what people need, what they ask for, you know?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So let's go into something else now. Teachable. Let's talk about your Teachable School. What's that all about?
Okay. Once again, that came about during 2020. That is very brand new. And the name Strategypreneur, now that's not new. I came up with that in like late 2019. And then I shared it with my oldest daughter. I said, what do you think about this? And I just threw it out there. And she's like, well, Mom, explain it to me. What are you trying to say? And I was like, well, to me, a strategypreneur is an entrepreneur who maps out a plan and a strategy for success. And I said, and that's what I want to create for my community and those who support me. And so she's like, okay, I can see that. And I say, do you feel like, because I asked her that, because that's something to think about as well, could I create a brand, around this? And she was like, yeah. So first she had me do a search and make sure nobody was using the name. And nobody was. And so she said, okay, go ahead and start using it so you would be the first, person using it and all that stuff. And I did. And so then she was like, okay, now you can start building a brand around it. So I really didn't start building a brand around it till 2020. And then when COVID hit, it was just like, okay, Tonya, what are you going to do with this? How are you going to manage this? But because I already had systems in place, it was very easy for me to pivot.
Wow.
And do that online. So that's why I opened the Teachable, because I had already had Teachable and was using it, but I wasn't using it for myself. I was using it through other people's programs and stuff like that. So I said, okay, this is another way I can reach a virtual audience.
Brilliant. And your daughter sounds like she's pretty astute as well.
She is, yeah. My oldest daughter.
How old is she?
She's 28. My oldest daughter is 28. And this is her area. Her major was PR and journalism and communications. Nice. So this is her area expertise. So I always consult her, and she always remind me, like, Mom, I have a job. I am not your personal assistant.
So you start paying her. You got to put her on the payroll.
I am not your personal assistant. I will consult you and advise you, but that as far as it goes, you're gonna have to do the work, ma'am.
I love it.
So, awesome. So I put in her work, but she is very helpful with that. She helps me manage our social media platforms and things like that, and help me gain visibility. She do recommendations as far as PR and how I can get more visible. Now, my middle daughter, Sierra, she's 25. I have grown children. Okay. She's 25. She helps me. She's my blogger for my brand at Accent and Glory. So she writes the blogs for the brand. And my youngest daughter, Gabrielle, who will turn 23. Happy birthday, Gabrielle. She'll be turning 23 this week. Okay. And she is the model, and she also, because she's the youngest and she's still at home, she just graduated from college, she wear tests. She's a wear tester, so she tests the designs. So all of our designs, before we put them online, we wear test them at least for like a month, just to make sure they're durable, they're gonna hold out, they're comfortable, because we don't want to put anything out there and then realize that, okay, this is not going to work. So she wear tests the designs.
Oh, when you say wear test, you're talking about? She
physically wear them. Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the hair things? Or?
Yes, the hair things, the jewelry, everything. Everything is worn before we put them online. By somebody.
Wonderful.
And I don't have a hard time finding volunteers to wear the stuff. Like, would you mind wearing this for a couple of weeks and just let me know what your experience was? Because that way I can figure out how I can fine tune the design and make it better for the customer.
Yeah, let me find that. Let me find that for our viewers. Spell it out for me.
Okay, it's Accent, ACCENTED, Glory, GLORY.com. That's my website. So if you go directly to my website, it'll have my online shop links on there as well.
All right, we need to show the folks what it looks like.
Show them.
So we're gonna show them. We're gonna show them that in a second. But before we do, I want to wrap up the what's it called? Entrepreneur? No. Strategypreneur. Yeah. First, so let's take a look at what I wanted to show. I want you to actually do one thing, because I'm gonna post something to Instagram. So I want to give you 1 minute, because if to post something on Instagram, it's just like one minute clip to just promote your Strategypreneur business. Just a 1 minute, like you're going to do a 1 minute commercial, under 1 minute. It could be 30 seconds, just under a minute. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go for it.
Hello, everyone. I am Tonya Cross. I am the Strategypreneur Coach. I assist creative women entrepreneurs in gaining online brand visibility and converting followers into customers.
Awesome. I'll edit that out.
Okay.
You know how to edit now, so you can.
Yeah, I figured that out.
So let's go to your slide. Just go over the slide for everybody.
Okay. Strategypreneur, our Etsy shop. We have a shop on Etsy where we have branded products there. We have t-shirts, we have tote bags, and we also have our Strategypreneur planner, which is a 90-day planner, which helps you with whatever goal you want to set for yourself. The first month, you decide what you want to do. The second month, you implement your goal. And the third month, you evaluate your goal. So you decide how effective that process is for you.
And I have that. I must admit, I haven't started working on it yet, but as soon as I get a few things out of the way, I'm going to jump right into that because that was a freebie. Tell people how they can get hold of that freebie. Is it still available, or is that?
No, it's not.
Oh, too bad you missed out on that one. That was a Black Friday offer. What else do we have on your slide?
The Strategypreneur, the Teachable School. That's on teachable.com. In there, I have some webinars and workshops that I've done through my organization, Divine Events. And one of them I had already shared about of how to get over the hump. And the other one is Google your business besties. Yeah. So that way I just share how you can optimize and utilize Google in order to figure out what keywords, I like to call them target words, what target words you can use in your copyright, which is your post, and gain that visibility and drive that traffic to your website. Because the ultimate goal is to drive traffic to your website. So
wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
If you're not doing it, direct all your traffic to your website, people.
Yes, got to start that soon.
Yeah.
All right. And then do we have anything else? Your calendar?
Yeah. If you want to schedule a one-on-one discovery call with me, you can do that on Calendly. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
and that's my social media is at Strategypreneur across the board. So I've made it easy for people to find me.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right, let's take a quick look. I want to thank you for that, Miss Tonya Cross. We're going to take a look at some of your goodies in your shop right now. Because, you know, we're women. We love to shop all the time. So.
Yes. You can shop with me for retail therapy. I am there for you.
And also the holidays are coming up. So
yeah, you can buy a gift for yourself or someone else. Yep. Yeah, that's our website. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. So is this your daughter in any one of these?
Yes. The one with the cowrie shell necklace. No, that's not her. That's her right there.
Oh.
That's my daughter.
Wow. Okay. So what do we have here?
Oh, that's when we were featured on Essence. Those are the earrings, earring design that was featured on Essence. That's our cowrie shell tassel earrings. And this is our guide that we have on Estes, an ebook that we have on what to look for when purchasing and styling with hair accessories.
Cool.
So yeah.
Go
and that's that right there below that. We were featured in a case study. In Canvas 8 case study, they use me as a expert, natural hair expert.
Nice. Your PR daughter expertise.
Yeah, she gives me some great opportunities. I have to give her that.
I'm gonna just drop that into the chat room here so that people can see that. Nice. And it's on the bottom. Let me put it in the top. Let's put it up here. I want this to be just a regular banner. If I can do that. show that one. I want it to actually be a bigger one, but I'm not seeing how to do that right now. Okay, that's okay. So that's it at the bottom. You can see Accented Glory, ACCENTED glory.com. All right. All right. So, Tonya, it has been an absolute pleasure talking with you today. Any final thing before I let you go?
I just want to thank you for this opportunity to come on and share with your audience. I love you, Melissa. Thank you for changing my life
Oh,
and giving me new life when it comes to technology, because technology can be scary for people who aren't techie. And you just make it so easy and so accessible. And I just want you to know I appreciate that and thank you.
thank you, and thank you for for letting me know that, because it's good to hear sometimes that what you're doing is working. So thank you.
It's working. It's working. Girl, you saving lives out here. You saving lives.
All right. I wish you continued success, and we shall talk very, very soon.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.